Hi there, I'm Steve Simpson. During these extraordinarily difficult times, leaders are being pressured from so many different directions. There are operational and functional issues that must be attended to. Now, this brings with it what I think is a major risk, and that is that the organisation's culture becomes a second-tier priority. My view is that there has never been a time more so than now when the organisation's culture must be the number one priority. One of the reasons that the organisation's culture is not focused upon relates to the complexity of the concept. That's partly why I created the concept of UGRs, which stands for Unwritten Ground Rules. I define UGRs, or Unwritten Ground Rules, as people's perceptions of this is the way we do things around here. It's the UGRs that are your culture. Understand UGRs, we understand culture. And therefore, to change the culture, we've got to change the UGRs. We've worked with organisations like Kmart Australia and New Zealand over an 8-year period to transform their culture using UGRs. McLaren Automotive in the UK over 4 years, through to smaller organisations like Haynes Paint, based in Ballarat in Victoria, with around 250 people. Now, I'm filming this video in my office, which has seldom occurred in the past. I'm doing this to demonstrate that we have gone virtual. There are 2 light boxes that you can't see that are helping shed light on me. We have a quality microphone, and we're using Zoom as the platform to hold our meetings. We've discovered it's a very efficient platform because there is this fantastic function called breakout rooms, which allows us to run the next best thing to a normal standard workshop, where we can speak to the group as a whole, we can put people into smaller groups to get them to consider key questions that we pose to them, and we've discovered that it does work, and it works really well. Now, before I sign off, I'd like to share with you one tip, and if you do only one thing, this ought to be it with regard to your culture. Get your leaders together to consider this question: what does our culture need to look and feel like for us to best navigate our path through this crisis? The answers to that question can then become your aspirational culture, your compass, if you like, to guide you through this crisis. And by the way, there should at least be 4 key elements that you should seriously consider in pondering that question. And they are things like transparency, agility, the capacity to move quickly when needed, creativity and innovation, thinking about new ways to frame our business in this new environment, and finally support for our people who really do need that support. I'd love to chat with you to talk about how we can help you guide a path through this crisis. But please, in the meantime, stay safe. Bye for now.